at me. So it has been a transition for me. How do I balance it? Um, I'm a I have become a planner, so I kind of schedule out my days. I try to make sure that my days, they're scheduled. So I schedule time for myself. I schedule time to cook. I schedule time to do my homework because I am a grad student. I schedule time for me to work because I do work a 9 to 5 and I do run two businesses. So I kind of, split the time and do my 8 hours at work and then work on my business. Um, and then I have to be intentional about spending time with my husband. So it's always an adjustment because let's be honest, it's a lot. But how I balance is I schedule. I'm very good at scheduling. I'm a master scheduler, I guess. So that's how I balance it too. Um, just recently is when I decided that I was going to start this journey back to me, and I'm actually doing a master class on that. But it was pretty much me learning how to love me again, how to put myself, how to self-care, how to set time for myself apart. Because when I was realizing that I was just giving and giving from an empty well, and then I was becoming angry and bitter about it because I was being neglected. So I decided to set my own goals, and one of the things that I wanted to do was I wanted to start working out. I wanted to get this weight off of me. I wanted to eat healthier. Um, and I wanted to do those things. So I began to be intentional about that. My husband just posted his question in the comment section. His question was, how did you know you loved your husband? He's so corny, but I'll answer the question anyway. I know I love my husband probably, I want to say like our third date. So our first date was kind of weird. Our second day, we went to church and we went to dinner, and I kind of like, okay, whatever. But our third date, we went to the lake and we walked around and we talked and got to know each other. And I knew that I loved him then. I wasn't in love with him, but I knew that I loved him because he was able to accept me, flaws and all. And if you know my past, you know my background. Listen, I didn't come for something easy. I was in a bad situation, and my husband was willing to stand with me, good, bad, or indifferent. He has always been that person, and that's one of the things that I admire about him. No matter if we're mad at each other, upset at each other, my husband always goes above and beyond to make sure that I'm taken care of, and that he provides for me and my kids. So I love that about him. I love my husband because he's selfless most of the time. He's one of the people who will give you the clothes off his back. So I really adore that about him. So that is to answer your question, honey. I knew that I loved you our third date. Okay. All right. Anybody else have any questions for me? Any questions? Business, marriage, ministry, mom. What questions do you have? Get to know me. Y'all can type the questions in the comments. Y'all don't have to inbox me. Let's see. Here. How do I start my business? All right. Well, listen, you try to get your. Okay, starting your business, I mean, is a process. I would say make sure for certain that it's what you want to do. Okay. A lot of times we see other people doing stuff and we like, oh, they making money. They're selling T-shirts, or they're doing podcasts, or they're doing this and that, and we want to do that because we think it's lucrative or we think we'll be good at it. But I would say if you're going to start your business, make sure that it's truly your calling and your purpose. And a lot of times people are like, I don't know what my purpose is, and I always tell people that find your interests, what you're passionate about, what you like to do. And a lot of times those things lead to your purpose. It's kind of an insight of what your purpose is. So I always say make sure that your business is purpose led, okay? That you have a purpose and that it's something that you really enjoy doing, because there are going to be days that it's going to get hard. There's going to be days that you're not going to get the answers that you want, or things aren't going to work the way you want them to work. And it's going to be your why that keeps you going. It's going to be the reason you started, or the reason that you did this is going to push you through those hard moments. And I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of those days, a lot of days I just don't want to do it. It's a lot of days that I'm tired, or I'm busy, or I failed at something, I launched something and it didn't go the way I planned it was supposed to go, and I want to give up. And it's my why that keeps me going, you know. So my why for my nonprofit is that I really believe that every young girl has the ability to be successful. And I don't want them to encounter the hurt and the pain that I did. So I want to create programs and resources so that they can be an asset to themselves, their families, the community, and the kingdom of God. That is my why for my nonprofit. So that's what pushes me. When I see a girl missing, or when I see a girl who's not dressed properly, or who's dirty, or doesn't look like she has the resources, or if I see a young lady who I can sense in my heart, God gave me really good discernment, especially with youth and ladies. I can pick up a lot on people's emotions. And so when I notice somebody is broken, I just feel like it's my job, my duty to make sure that I sow into them, I speak life into them. So that's pretty much how I would say, just make sure it's purpose, make sure it's your passion, make sure on the days that you don't feel like doing it, you're going to do it regardless. And that's how you get to the next level in your business. I hope I answered your question. Let me see what the other ones are. You guys can just type your comments, your questions in the comment box. It's easier for me. So if you have any questions or you want to know anything, just type it over there, and I will answer your questions. Okay. So the next question was that she has a nonprofit and she doesn't know where to start. Um, I would say you need to start, if you don't have your business plan and a strategic plan, I would start there, because your business plan is going to be the overall goal, the structure, the health of your organization. Your strategic plan is going to be where you want to go within the next 5 years. So making that clear. When you start doing that, then you kind of you kind of get an understanding of what's to do next. What are your next steps? So I know, like, for 5 years, for us, we're kind of ahead of schedule, but we wanted to have our academy up and running into the 4 different school districts. So that was our first year. Then the next year, we wanted to launch, our mentoring program, which we did that. And then the next year is we wanted to start get our building, which is the year that we are now, and we're opening up our building this year. So we do have different stages and different things that's going to come into the building, and different resources that we're going to provide. So I think that's the steps that you need to take. You want to also make sure that you're legally structured correctly, right? So make sure that you have all those things in place. Have a DUNS number, create your business account, business credit. Make sure that you're building that. Even though you're a nonprofit, you still need business credit if you feel like you're going to ever ask for a loan or things like that, or ask for working capital. Make sure that you have your DUNS number. Make sure that all those good for things. There's a lot of things that you need to make sure the nonprofit, that you have the foundation correctly before you get into programming, boards, hiring. There's like a step, and of course, I would love to help you if you do need help with that. That's me. So you can always sign up on my website for a consultation. I'll be glad to help you with that. Let's see here. All right, so this question was, first one wasn't a question, it's a comment, but they said that I'm glowing now. What changed? I started to love myself. That's an easy answer, right? For like the last, since 2018, I was kind of battling with depression, right? I was in a really bad place mentally. Like, I was so depressed. And it wasn't until I started being intentional about healing that I was able to fall in love with myself again. I was not one of those people who would look in the mirror and be like, "Oh, I'm really cute." Now I'm like, "They tell me nothing." You know what I'm saying? But it was a process to get there. I had to learn how to fall in love with myself again. And that was an intentional thing. I had to heal from some things. I had to go to counseling. And one of the things that I did do, that I'm still doing, is I didn't just go to regular counseling. I went to counseling, but my counselor is a grief counselor as well. And I went through a grief counseling. I'm actually still going through that process, but going through grief counseling was really instrumental for me because a lot of times people think of grief as people who've passed away and they've died, and you like, okay, I need to find a way to get over that. But the book that we're using and the book that I'm reading about grief, grief is anything that you experience as a loss. And when you lose things, sometimes you have to grieve those things out of your life, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, hurt, pain, whatever it is. And because of the way that I was raised and the things that I encountered in my life, I had a lot of things in my life that I needed to grieve. I needed to let go of some loss. And I was able to do that by going through grief counseling. And in that process is when I learned how to just let go, and I just was able to see the beauty in myself. I learned how to stand up for myself. All my life, I was one of those people who people always said, negative things about me. Oh, you're fat, or you're a liar, or, you're not going to be anything because your mom had you at 15, or just negative things. People just spoke those things over me. And because it was spoken over me, we have to be careful what we listen to and allow into our ear gate. And because it begins to manifest itself in us. And I was allowing those things to become who I was. I was allowing other people to define who I was. And it wasn't until last year that I was intentional that I was going to get back into me. I was going to learn how to love me all over again, flaws and all. I was going to love myself, and that's why. So the question was, what happened? Why do you have this glow? That was really that first transition. Was that, but secondly, being intentional about my relationship with Christ was really another pivotal point for me because I made sure that no matter what, I found time to spend time with God. And I decided that it was like dating again. I was going to date God. I wanted to make sure that I was intentional about our relationship and that I spent time with Him every single day. And it was like my sincere prayer was, God, please teach me how to love me the way that you love me, because God's love is unconditional, right? God's love supersedes everything. His love covers our wrongs. His love covers our faults. His love looks beyond our faults. His love is something so amazing. And I was like, God, if you can teach me how to love me the way that you love me, that transition is going to be something that I can never even imagine. And I really have begun to see that. I make mistakes every single day, yes, because I'm human. And as the Bible says, it's not a battle against, myself. It's flesh. I'm battling my flesh every single day. So I do make mistakes. I am human. I fall short every single day, but then I get back up and I'm reminding myself of who I am. I don't think you guys can really see it, but behind me and on my computer, I do have my affirmation wall, and that was another pivotal point for me. Because every day when I get up, I kind of have the same routine. I get up at 5:30. I come down here, I meditate, I read my Bible, I write in my journal, I pray, and then before I read my affirmations, and then I listen to a motivational speech on YouTube, something that's going to motivate me for the day. But my affirmations are really, really what pushes me through, even during the day. When I'm having hard moments, I look at my affirmations. So one of my favorite ones is on my computer, actually in front of me. It says, do everything with an attitude of excellence, because the Bible says that we should do everything as though it's for Him. And I was reminded, so even when I want to cuss somebody out at work, when my kids getting on my nerves, when I want to quit my job, when I want to quit my business, when the coaching client is getting on my nerves, I have to remember that I have to do everything with an attitude of excellence, right? Another one that's really good for me, that kind of helped me with the glow that you guys are asking me about. One of my affirmations on my wall is, your beauty is unmatched. And that was really pivotal for me because I had a problem with, because we live in this social media world, I had a problem with comparing myself to everybody else, right? And people can put anything on social media. They can make you feel like they is living a life and you don't know what's really going on behind their closed doors if they're not transparent and honest with you. So I had this thing like, oh, why am I not here? I've been doing this since 2012. Why my business not here and why I'm not doing that? But God had to remind me, like, first of all, your beauty is unmatched and your timing is your timing. And when I get you there, there's no man, no person, no human, no situation is going to be able to close the door on you, because my blessings is for you. So those are some of the things that I took, and that's probably why you see the glow. I'm really intentional about every day getting up, getting dressed. I make sure that I get dressed. I do my makeup. I do my hair. just being intentional about loving on myself. So that's probably why you see the glow. And I will also say, because my life is just in a better place, I'm a better steward of my time, a better steward of my finances. Me and my husband are in a better place. I'm intentional about spending time with my children. I'm trying to repair the relationship with my mom, repair the relationship with my father, trying to work on my relationship with my siblings. So those type of things, when you start letting go of that dead weight, I mean, of course, it makes a difference and you begin to glow. And listen, when God gives you a glow, no man can take it, right? So I hope that answered that question. Do you guys have any more questions for me? Any more questions before we end tonight? Any more questions? You can type them in the comment section. You can inbox them to me. Any more questions that you have? Business, ministry, coaching, family, marriage, ministry. Your girl got you. I'm going to be super transparent. Any more questions that you have before we end tonight? Any questions? Any questions? All right. Well, I'm glad that you guys joined and you got to know a little about me. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties, but if you didn't get a chance, you can go back and watch all 3 videos, a little short introduction of myself and what I do. As I told you guys, thank you, Brandy. Like I told you guys, I do a lot. I feel like I'm very diverse in everything. Like I said, I do have a background in, the federal government, corrections, sales, insurance, higher education. Your girl's pretty diverse. Like I said, I've been a business owner since 2012 with my nonprofit. Like you probably already seen, we did just get our building for our youth community center. I'm so excited. Our official launch will be March 1st. We will be opening the doors to the community center. So I'm really excited about that. Nervous, okay? I'm really nervous because I don't want to mess this up. This is a really big blessing. And I just want to make sure that my vision and my plans doesn't interfere with what God has called and ordained me to do. So that's one of the things that I'm battling with every single day. And I just want to remind you, if you did not catch my motivational Monday midday, like I told you guys today, you can do it. Put your foot on the gas and don't let up. I heard that from my friend Jay Renee. That was one of the most transformational statements that I said. She said to me, and I really agree that if we put our foot on the gas and don't let up, by next year this time, it'll be so amazing where we are in our lives, whether it's our marriage, our family, our finances, our business, our career. We'll be so much further. And I just want to remind you guys to fail. It's okay if you fail, but fail forward. Don't fail and then decide I want to take 3 steps back. I'm going to go back into this hiding. I'm going to, get back in my head and say what I can't do, how I can't do it. Thank you, Brandy. I don't want you guys to do that. I want you to fail forward, and just remember that, we all make mistakes. We all have trying days. We all have tribulations. Nobody is greater than the other. I know people like to, put themselves on the pedestal, but the reality of it is that we are all on the same ship, just different levels, right? That's why always my analogy, even in church, we all on the same ship, just different levels. You may be somewhere up here with your relationship with Christ, and somebody might be down here, but we're still all on the same boat. So I want to remind you guys of that. And I also want to remind you that it is your time, it's your season, and God has called you to this. And I am challenging you to take that step of faith, walk out on it, walk in it, and be intentional about it. Listen, you have a purpose. I am a strong believer that everyone has purpose. The question is, are you going to go ahead and walk in it? Are you going to be intentional in that? And are you going to go ahead and ride it out no matter how hard it gets? I know right now a lot of people are going through so much, right? We're in the middle of a pandemic. Finances may be a little messed up. You may be going through some things with your relationship. Your kids may be driving you crazy. Family members, you may have lost someone who was very inspirational to you due to COVID. And you're just like, God, I just don't know how I can go on. I am encouraging you, but I'm also challenging you that every day to be intentional about everything you do. Everything has to have a reason. Everything has to be intentional. And that's where I'm at right now. Listen, if it don't make dollars, then it don't make sense. If it's not contributing to my growth mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, then I can't entertain it, right? and it's just protecting my peace. There's nothing wrong with protecting your peace. And I think that is a time that we're living in right now, that we have to be so intentional about what we allow into our space. You can't just allow anything and anybody in your life because they're your friend or because they're your family members. No, you have to learn how to set boundaries. And that was one of the things in my transition of journeying back to me and getting back to me. I was intentional about the boundaries I set. And I learned to speak up. No, you're not going to say this to me. No, you're not going to come with this. No, I'm not going to do that. And if you don't like it, move on. I'm not holding a gun to you. I'm not making you be in my life. And I'm not going to make myself uncomfortable trying to make you comfortable. So I'm challenging you guys to set some boundaries for yourself. Be intentional about the people that you're connecting with. And if you have not, please go ahead and like us on Facebook and Instagram. Our Instagram for my nonprofit is motivated_empower_me. And our Facebook is motivated and empowered. My Instagram for myself and my business is B__Marie_. And my Facebook page, of course, you probably are on it, is Bianca Crawford. My business page is B Marie. So please go ahead and follow that, like those things. Go on our website, subscribe to our mailing list for beautifullyme.org, as well as motivatedanempowered.com. Stay in the loop. I told you guys that I was going to take on free mentorships. I have. I'm so excited to work with these ladies. I'm so excited to share their transformation with you. These women are dynamic and they're from all over. I have one of my mentees. She is in California. One is in Atlanta. So I'm really excited about working with them and being a blessing to them. My mentorship program is still open. If you want a business mentor or if you want a emotional purpose coach, someone who's going to push you out of your comfort zone and help you heal the heart and walk into your purpose, your power, and prosperity. I do have those mentor programs as well as coaching sessions available. You can go ahead. Hey, Tasha. You can go ahead and go to beautifullyme.org and you can go ahead and sign up for my mentor program or my coaching program, as well as if you need help with your business and if you need me to do the work for you, if you need help with the legal framework, you can go on that website as well, and you can find Purpose Consulting on there, and you can go ahead and schedule whatever it is you need. Or if you need a consultation, you don't know exactly what you need, you just know that I need help, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, because there's a lot of times I was like, I need help, and I'm so grateful that God put me in a position to be a help to others, because when I was coming along and I was trying to get to where I'm still trying to get to, a lot of people didn't want to feed back into me. They wanted to keep their information secretive. Now listen, I'm not going to say that it's not going to cost you, because my knowledge is, it equivalents to something, but I am a giver by heart, and I believe that if I can just help someone else along the way, it's so cliche, but my living will not be in vain. So I am more than willing to be here for you guys, be a support for you guys. If you have prayer requests, I am a prayer warrior. I believe that prayer changes things, and I believe that the prayers of the righteous availeth much. So drop your prayer request in my inbox at any time that you would like. If there's no other questions, if you guys don't have any other questions for me, I'm going to go ahead and end the live. Please, if you watch it, #replay. If you still have questions, go ahead and inbox them. I'm going to try to do this once a week. So I didn't get to your question tonight, then I'll make sure that I get to them next week. And hey, join me tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday. It's Giving Tuesday. So I'll be coming in live about our nonprofit and sharing ways that you guys can get involved with us, giving or joining our volunteer board. And I will also be coming live tomorrow, which is Tuesday. We had to expand our raffle. So I will be going over some of our new people who donated. So some of the prizes that you can win from our raffle. And if there's nothing else, listen, I love you guys. I really do. That's sincere from my heart. Whether I know you personally or if you're just my Facebook friend, I really do love you. I do believe that it's your time and your turn, and I am here to push you out the box. It's time to get out the box, y'all. There's too much money out here. It's too many resources to just be living the way we living. Listen, I'm coming for all of it. Okay. My goal is to have 6-figure months. I'm not trying to have a 6-figure year. I'm trying to have 6-figure months. Okay. All right. No problem, Tasha. I really appreciate you and all your support. I want to tell you guys, my tribe who supports me, I love you guys so much. I want to do something special for you guys next month for Valentine's Day, just to show that I really appreciate you guys. So if you are my tribe, you know that you love me and I love you. Go to my website, beliefforme.org, and join our mailing list, because I want to send something very special out to my tribe for Valentine's Day. It's not going to be something that you expect. I'm going to go above and beyond, because as my grandmother used to say, give me my flowers while I'm alive. And I want to make sure that I give you yours, and just let you guys know that I really do support appreciate all the support that you guys give me, all the likes, the shares, the comments. It means everything to me. I'm probably not the favorite expertise, but hey, listen, your girl is cold. I'm joking. I'm joking, but yes, please go subscribe. And I'm gonna make sure that my tribe gets something special. I'm gonna be giving you guys some special gifts for Valentine's Day, just as a way for me to say thank you to you guys. And like I said, if you have a daughter between the ages of 7 and 18, you want to get them involved in an organization that is fun and that is purpose, then go ahead and sign them up for Motivated and Empowered. We do have our community center opening. Other than that, we do have our virtual global program. So it doesn't matter if you are in Ghana or you are in Atlanta, we have something for you. I love you guys. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Be intentional. Pray. And my nail broke. Y'all see that? My brother broke my nail. Yeah, he broke my nail. All right. Good night, you guys. Bye.